Do you hear me? I need you to stop right now and ask yourself that question honestly. Not as a religious exercise, not as something you say automatically because you grew up hearing it in church. I mean right now, in this exact moment of your life, do you actually hear me? Because I have been speaking. I have been speaking through the silence that followed your unanswered prayers. I have been speaking through the closed doors that left you standing in hallways wondering which direction to walk. I have been speaking through the quiet moments at 3 in the morning when sleep would not come, and your mind was running through every fear, every worry, every what if that has been collecting in the corners of your heart. I have been speaking through all of it, and today I need to know, do you hear me? Because what I have to say to you right now is the most important thing you will hear today. Not the news, not the notifications on your phone, not the opinions of the people around you who do not even fully understand their own lives yet. What I am about to speak directly into your spirit is the word that changes everything. And I need you to be still enough to receive it. I am the same God who spoke the universe into existence out of absolute nothing. I am the same God who parted an entire sea so that a group of frightened people could walk through on dry ground. I am the same God who shut the mouths of lions and walked through fire with 3 young men who refused to bow to anything that was not me. I was the same then as I am right now in this moment, speaking to you through this screen. My power has not decreased. My love has not grown cold. My ability to reach into the middle of impossible situations and turn them completely around has not weakened with time. Everything I was in every miracle you have ever read about. I am still that right now. And I am here, not far away, not busy with more important people and more significant problems. Here, with you. In the room you are sitting in right now. In the exact season of life you are currently walking through. The God of every miracle that has ever happened in human history is personally present in your specific situation today, and He has something to say to you. You are going to come through this. I need you to hear those words and let them go deeper than your mind, where your doubts live. Let them go all the way down into the place inside you where your faith was born. That quiet, unshakable place that exists in every human soul that I personally created. And let those words land there. You are going to come through this. Not maybe. Not if things go the right way. Not if you manage to hold everything together perfectly and not fall apart along the way. You are going to come through this because I said so. And when I speak something over a life, it does not return to me empty. When I declare an outcome over one of my children, it does not matter what the circumstances look like in the natural world. It does not matter what the doctor said. It does not matter what the bank account shows. It does not matter what the relationship looks like right now, or how long the situation has been going on, or how many times you have tried and failed to fix it yourself. None of that has the power to override what I just declared over you. You are going to come through this. Write it down. Say it out loud. Let it become the sentence you return to every single time the fear tries to convince you otherwise. I know what this season has cost you. I do not say that lightly, and I do not say it from a distance. I know exactly what the last chapter of your life has required of you. I know how many times you smiled on the outside while something inside you was quietly breaking. I know how many nights you lay down exhausted, not just in your body, but in your soul. That deep bone-level tiredness that sleep cannot fix, because it is not physical fatigue. It is the weariness of carrying something heavy for too long without seeing any sign of relief on the horizon. I know about the version of you that shows up for everyone else. The strong one, the reliable one, the one who holds it together so that everyone around you feels safe. And I know about the version of you that exists in the private moments when there is no one left to perform for. I have seen both versions. I love both versions with exactly the same intensity. And I want the version of you that has been exhausted and hiding and quietly losing hope to hear me say this directly. I see you. Not the performance, not the strong face, you. The real you underneath all of it. And I am not disappointed. I am not frustrated. I am not standing at a distance waiting for you to pull yourself together before I come close. I came close a long time ago, and I have not moved since. The reason this season has been so difficult is not because I abandoned you in it. The reason this season has been so difficult is because I trusted you with it. That sounds like a strange thing to say, and I understand why it might not feel like comfort at first. But listen to me carefully, because this is one of the most important things I will ever teach you about how I work. I do not allow hard seasons into the lives of people I have given up on. I allow hard seasons into the lives of people I am actively developing into something greater than what they currently are. A gold refiner does not put cheap metal into the fire. He puts gold into the fire. Because he knows that gold is the only thing with the capacity to survive the heat and come out on the other side more pure, more valuable, and more beautiful than it was before it went in. You are the gold. This season is the fire. And I am the refiner who has been standing over the flame the entire time, watching carefully, making sure the temperature is exactly right, making sure not 1 degree more heat than necessary touches you, making sure that when I finally lift you out of this season, what emerges is something so refined, so strengthened, so absolutely undeniable that even you will barely recognize yourself. Not because you lost who you were, but because you finally became who you were always meant to be. I need you to stop measuring my faithfulness by the speed of your breakthrough. That is one of the biggest lies the enemy uses against my children. And it is devastatingly effective because it takes something that is actually evidence of my love. The careful, deliberate timing of how I move in your life. And it reframes it as evidence of my absence. When a surgeon takes time in the operating room, you do not accuse him of not caring about the patient. You understand that precision takes time, that rushing a delicate procedure causes more damage than the original problem. I am performing something precise in your life right now. I am working in layers and depths that your natural eyes cannot see, and your human mind cannot fully process. And if I showed you right now everything I am simultaneously doing on your behalf, every conversation I am orchestrating, every door I am preparing, every person I am positioning, every circumstance I am rearranging to align with the future I have already written for you, it would overwhelm you completely. So instead, I ask you to do the one thing that has always been the foundation of our relationship. Trust me. Not because the evidence is all visible, not because it all makes sense, but because you know me. And you know that I have never once started something in one of my children's lives that I did not intend to finish. I want to tell you something about the enemy that has been working against your life that most people never get to understand until it is already too late. The enemy does not waste his time attacking people who pose no threat to his kingdom. He does not invest energy into discouraging people whose faith is weak and whose purpose is small. He attacks with precision. He attacks with focus. He attacks the ones who, if they ever fully wake up to who they are and what they carry, have the power to shake entire generations. And the fact that your life has faced so much opposition, the fact that things have been harder for you than they seem to be for people around you, the fact that you have had to fight for things that others seem to receive effortlessly, that is not bad luck. That is not punishment. That is a signal. You are carrying something inside you that darkness recognized before you did. And every single attack that has come against your life has been a desperate attempt to stop something that hell already knows is coming. You are not a random target. You are a marked individual, marked by me for greatness. And what the enemy meant to destroy you with has only been making you stronger for what is ahead. I need you to hear me when I say that the waiting is almost over. Not someday, not eventually, not in some vague, undefined future that feels so far away, it brings no real comfort today. I am talking about a shift that is already in motion, already signed, already sealed in the heavenly realm, and currently making its way into the physical reality of your everyday life. The finances that have been tight are about to experience a supernatural loosening that no budget plan and no extra shift at work could ever produce. The doors that have been closed are about to swing open with a force that no human hand closed them with, and no human hand will be able to stop. The relationships that have been strained are about to experience a healing so complete that you will look back on the broken version and barely remember the pain, because the restored version will be so much richer and so much deeper and so much more beautiful than what existed before it broke. Everything that the enemy stole from you through this season, your peace, your confidence, your joy, your sense of direction, your belief that good things were still possible for someone like you, I am returning it all. Not piece by piece, slowly over years, all at once, like a flood, like a sudden rain after a drought so long you forgot what water even felt like on your skin. That is what is coming for your life, and it is coming specifically for you because you stayed. Because you did not walk away when the silence got unbearably heavy. Because you kept showing up even on the days when showing up felt completely pointless. That faithfulness has a reward, and that reward is arriving now. I want to speak directly to the fear that wakes up with you every single morning before you even have a chance to fully open your eyes. The fear that whispers, what if this never changes? What if I am stuck here forever? What if everyone around me keeps moving forward and I stay exactly where I am while life passes me by? I know that fear by name because I created you, and I know everything that lives inside you, including the things you have never spoken out loud to another human being in your entire life. And I want that fear to hear me say this with absolute clarity. You will not be stuck. You were never meant to be stuck. The same God who unstuck an entire nation from 400 years of brutal slavery is the exact same God who is about to unstuck you from this season that has felt like it has gone on for an eternity. What is one painful season to the God who exists outside of time itself? What is one closed chapter to the author of your entire story, who can already see every page that has not been written yet? I see the whole book. I see every chapter that is still ahead of you. And what is coming in those chapters is so far beyond anything you've been praying for that if I pulled back the curtain and showed you the full picture of your future, right now, your first reaction would not even be joy. It would be complete and total breathless shock that this is actually the life I had in mind for you all along while you were sitting in the dark, wondering if I had forgotten your name. Now I want to address something that I know has been sitting in the back of your mind through all of this. There is a part of you that wonders whether you deserve what I am promising. There is a quiet voice inside that has been compiling a list of every mistake you ever made, every moment of weakness, every time you failed, and every time you fell. And it uses that list as evidence that someone like you cannot possibly be the recipient of this kind of grace. I want you to understand something about how I work that will silence that voice permanently. I never based my promises on your performance. I based my promises on my character. And my character does not change based on what you did last year or last month or last Tuesday. My love for you was not earned by your good behavior, and it cannot be revoked by your bad behavior. I decided to love you before you were capable of doing anything right or wrong. I decided to fight for you before you were even aware there was a battle happening. I decided to finish what I started in your life before you took your first breath on this earth. And the mistakes you keep using as evidence against yourself, I already accounted for every single one of them before I made the promises I made over your life. Nothing you have done has surprised me. Nothing you have done has caused me to revise the plan I have for your future. The plan stands. The promises stand. and you are still the person I made them to. You are going to come through this, and when you do, your story is going to become someone else's survival guide. That is the thing about what I am doing in your life that goes so much further than just your personal comfort and your personal relief. Your breakthrough is never only about you. It never has been. Every single thing I've ever done in the life of one of my children had a ripple effect that extended far beyond that one person into every life they would ever touch. Your testimony of coming through this impossible season is going to reach someone who is standing on the edge of giving up entirely, and it is going to pull them back. Your story of provision in the middle of lack is going to reach someone who is sitting in a financial crisis right now, and it is going to remind them that I am still in the miracle business. Your healing, whether it is physical or emotional or relational, is going to reach someone who has been told that what they are dealing with is permanent, and it is going to give them the courage to believe for the impossible. You are not just a person receiving grace. You are a carrier of grace. You are a walking testimony that I keep my word. And the world is about to see that testimony displayed in your life so powerfully and so undeniably that every person who has ever watched you struggle will have absolutely no choice but to acknowledge that something supernatural was working on your behalf the entire time. So hear me now, and let these words go all the way down into the deepest part of who you are. The storm is ending. The season is shifting. The harvest of every seed you planted in tears and in faith and in desperate prayers whispered in the dark when no one else was listening is breaking through the ground right now, and it will not be stopped by anything the enemy tries to place in its path. Stand up. Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. You are not a person who is barely surviving. You are a person who is about to step into the most fruitful and the most joyful and the most purposeful chapter of your entire life. I am not done with you. I am not even close to done with you. I am just getting started. And the best parts of your story, the parts that are going to make everything that came before finally make sense, have not even been written yet. But they are coming. And they are coming faster than you think. If these words landed somewhere deep inside you today, if something shifted while you were reading this, if a prayer rose up in your chest that you have not prayed in a long time, if your eyes got heavy and you felt something that you cannot quite explain, do not you dare scroll past this moment in silence. Type, "I hear you, God," in the comments right now and watch what begins to move in your life within the next 7 days. Because the moment you declare it out loud, something is activated in the spirit that the enemy cannot touch and cannot reverse. This message did not find you by accident. You were guided here today because heaven has something to say to you, and heaven needed to make sure you heard it. Drop your name in the comments if you want prayer over your specific situation. Because God does not send urgent messages to people he has abandoned. He sends urgent messages to people whose miracle is already on the way. And he just needed them to know. I hear you, I see you, and I have never once stopped working on your behalf.